What's up, everybody? I'm Lisa.
And I'm Lonie.
And this is
A Whole Mom.
Mom. A Whole Mom is dedicated to those of us who deal with the everyday struggles of adulting, in addition to being somebody's whole mom out here.
Yeah, mammy.
Who child? So today, first let's check in. Let's check in. How are you, friend?
I'm all over the place, but it's okay.
Okay.
I'm all over the place. I'm in a good space. I'm back and forth.
Okay.
You know, it is what it is.
It is.
I'm rolling with it.
We've taken a 3-week hiatus, I think, at this point.
Yes.
I apologize to those who, were waiting. Because we did say that we were coming back on April 13th.
Yeah.
It was just a little snafu. So the first 2 weeks, we just needed to kind of take a break. Spring break for the kids. We had our own stuff going on, trying to get our lives together. And then last week, I ain't gonna hold y'all, I had sunburn on my lips.
My friend went to the beach and just had a ball.
Yeah, so
The sun didn't do it right.
I took the kids to the beach, which was a great experience. I actually posted it, and I said that it was my first time feeling like I wasn't super anxious with them at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
However, Florida sun hits differently apparently. And I got sunburned everywhere, even though I had sunblock on. We were on the beach for a long time. Mm-hmm. And then when I was leaving, I felt my lips swelling, and I was like, what's happening? And it was super chapped. And then I had this bliss. It was bad. And y'all didn't want to see that. And I couldn't be on here. No, I wasn't.
Looking like you look.
Looking like I looked. So, yeah, I was we was ready to record. Yeah. We had it lined up, but I couldn't. And
that's okay.
So we're here. Yeah, right.
I mean, we also enjoyed having that break.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, for me, it's been a crazy couple weeks, because in March we had started off talking about co-parenting and all of the things. And so I feel like...
Tell us more, friend. That was a weird noise.
Yeah. We'll get into that later, probably. But yeah, I have just been a lot more hands-on. Mm-hmm. My kids in sports. Football season, we're going into track. I have one who they're going to the state semifinals this weekend. Ooh. So that's very exciting. And I have just been consumed with practices and early morning school runs on top of work, and just navigating life. I mean, it's been great. It's been crazy.
It's chaotic. Exciting.
I'm in a pretty good space.
Good.
But it's still been crazy at the same time. So
yeah.
Just trying to navigate everything.
It's still a lot. Even if you are excited and you love it and you're
mm-hmm.
happy for your kids, it's still a lot.
Mm-hmm. Life is happening, and it's coming at us fast.
Yeah.
Enjoying the ride also.
Yeah.
I have definitely been able to say more often lately that I'm in a good space.
That's beautiful. That was... So, one thing that I realized on our trip... So, let me tell y'all. And I might post a few more pictures, maybe a little video from our trip. But... It was supposed to be a 13-hour drive. Mm-hmm. And we were going to stop halfway in Atlanta. However, it ended up being more like 15 hours, mm-hmm. maybe even 16 on the way back. It's when you stop, it adds a whole hour to the trip. And I'll just be like, huh? What's happening?
How many minutes did you stop for?
If I stopped for 20 minutes, it was what happened? Where did this traffic come from? So, yeah. And having 2 kids in the car, they got to pee. Got to do that. Then they hungry. Like, it was just like, really, y'all? So yeah, that was the whole thing. But anyway, what I was gonna say is that one, we did it. Come on, big guy. We made it. We did it. I was really nervous. This is the longest trip that we've taken together. And I hadn't done it because I was worried about the length of the trip. But we did it. And two, I realized that I can handle this single mom thing.
Girl.
I feel like for a long time, like I've never really done solo trips with the kids. It's usually like a family thing or somebody from my family is involved. So for us to go on our first solo trip and for it to be so long and a road trip where I was driving was a huge deal. But we did it. It was successful. I was not stressed out. Well, I was a little stressed out. But I was nowhere near as stressed out as I thought I would be. Which felt really good. And low-key, I realized that including my family in some of the trips is what was stressing me out before. So
when it's just you, you're the only adult. Like, you're calling the shots.
Yeah. And I think I was, like, leaning on people because I didn't want to be the only adult. Like, I wanted to be able to be like, hey, can you take that one and I take this one? Or, like, can you help me out here or whatever? But I think I'm learning that my kids can handle more responsibility now.
Right.
And it is a little easier than I thought to be able to handle it. Because I be on them family trips.
It's like you never really know until you actually try it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, like this isn't so bad.
Right.
And I think I got used to like traveling with my kids by myself because my kids play travel sports. And so, you know, those long drives, sometimes, you know, you stay overnight and then sometimes like you come back and I'm tired.
Period.
But yeah, it's liberating.
It is. It was really nice. This was the first time that I wasn't worried that somebody was going to get carried away by the waves of the ocean. I did give them like a barrier.
Don't go further.
Yeah, it was like, okay, don't go further than that. But I didn't even really get in the water like that, which I appreciated because I don't be pressed to be in the ocean. I look at it, but I guess that was the Gulf. We were in Florida.
Yeah.
But whatever. It was positive. It was a great experience. I felt refreshed. I was still, you know, a mom. The thing that I'm noticing lately is that I need to make more me time. Not even necessarily me time, but like, it's like I'm either in full-time mom mode with the kids or I'm working. And I have to find time for something else in between. Yeah. So,
you know what I did yesterday? Sunday, I just, in the morning, I had maybe a cup and a half, cup of coffee. I folded some laundry, and I watched one or two of my shows. And it was great. Like, I had the doors, the windows, and everything open. You could hear the birds chirping.
That's nice.
I did some redecorating, so I've really brightened up my living room area. It just felt really good. Like, all my laundry is done. The dishes are done. You know, getting some organization going on in the house. And that just felt really great. Like, I'm like, okay, on today, I don't mind being a mom and taking care of this home. Like, there wasn't a lot of pressure. Like, oh, I got to do this, that, and the third. Like, I'm doing this because I want to, and like, I'm in the mood to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not just feeling anxious. So now I got to clean because I'm anxious.
Facts. Because that anxious cleaning is different.
It's something else.
Yeah. I saw this meme also, random. And it was like, this is a reminder that the 40-hour work week was constructed with the idea that, you know, you would have someone at home doing all the cooking and cleaning and blah, 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 blah. It's not constructed for you to be able to work 40 hours and sustain a home. And I was like, thank you. I needed a reminder because, who
the heck thought to do this to us? Like we could just do all of the things. Not that we can't, but
we can't do all of the things.
Why?
The thing is,
it's unnecessary.
It's impossible. Let's just be real about it.
Something is going to not get done so well.
Right.
Somewhere.
Right. You just got to pick, like, you got to prioritize.
How often is it the house that just falls apart?
Very often. You got to prioritize, and sometimes that means that the house is a mess.
Or you just going to hire a cleaning person.
But it also means that sometimes, usually when the house is a mess, you only running in and out real quick.
You don't
and
even
going
have
to sleep.
Time to live in it.
Yeah.
To really, and I think that was that moment for me. Like I haven't been able to do this in a long time and just sit here and enjoy.
Yeah.
Being in my living space.
Chilling in the crib.
Watching an episode. I would turn the TV on and never watch it.
Yeah.
Like this TV been sitting on and I haven't even scrolled.
I got shows I need to watch now. Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I got caught up on Grey's Anatomy. And I watched the latest episode.
No, I had to give Grey's up. It was making me
cry.
cry.
Oh, cried like a baby.
Nope, that's why I gave it up. It was disrupting my soul. I love Grey's. I be reading the little memes and stuff. I be reading what people be talking about when they be watching it, but I cannot do it.
I can't give it up yet.
I had to give it up for my health.
I understand. That's how it was with Good Girls.
And yeah, that's too much. I didn't even bother getting into that. Yeah, that first season. That first season, I didn't even bother. I was like, nope, this is not for me. But Grey's, cause it come on so late. Well, I don't think it come on late no more.
It's 9 or 10.
Oh yeah,
I never watch it when
still comes on late.
On.
It used to come on late, and then I get all worked up and crying, and have to go to sleep. And then be sad as hell Friday. And who wants to be sad on Friday?
This past week's episode was definitely girl. Oh my.
Grey's was affecting me.
And if y'all don't let Maggie be happy,
go! And I'm not even watching no more. But I know Maggie's life just been
just let her be happy, please. Let the little black girl be happy this time. Okay.
I need a happy ending for Maggie. Okay, that's how we're doing and a bunch of other stuff.
Random stuff.
Yeah.
We've checked in.
Thanks for writing our train of thought.
Hope you guys are doing well.
Right. Hope y'all been doing good. So.
Yeah.
Our anniversary was this past week. Woot woot.
Our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, our 1 year anniversary. I don't even remember.
It was like the 12th. I think it was April 12th when we
recorded?
shared. That was when we shared our first episode.
Okay.
Or like maybe even like the sneak peek too.
Okay.
Before our actual first episode.
Right. And I don't even think that one was on YouTube. I think we established the YouTube later.
Maybe.
But that one we just posted on Facebook. I don't know
remember.
if I ever posted it. Maybe I posted it on YouTube.
I feel like it is on YouTube.
Is it? I need to go back and check. But anyway, we started this thing a year ago. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, let's take a stroll down memory lane. Oh, don't knock over my little canvas now. So, first things first. Oh, go ahead. What was you about to say, friend?
No, I was just going to say, like, we started it a year ago, but we talked about it, like, probably a whole year, maybe a year and a half before we actually even started it. And so, we've been in this thing.
Yeah. So, a little bit of background. We have been talking about... My child is in the background. We have been talking about doing it. I don't, like, somebody was like, oh, you should have a mommy vlog. And I was like, yeah, that's cute, but I ain't really got time for that. And I don't got time to be.
We still don't have time for it half the time.
Facts. This is facts. Like, this is why we talked about it for a whole year, right? And I was like, thanks for thinking I, should do that, but.
And we kept talking about it for the longest time, and that was just because, like, we'd be in the car just having random conversations about things, and like, maybe we should share this with other people.
Yes.
We should have we should do a podcast.
Yes. So that was our thing, is like, I was like, somebody's like, oh, you should do this, but then, like, I'm having all these conversations with Lonie, and, like, we're talking about our lives as single mothers, all the BS that we're dealing with, and just all of the things. And we're like, we should do it together. But then we're like, how do we do this? What do we do? What are the things? How do we navigate?
Right.
And then, honestly, my inspiration is my fave. I call him my cousin, Kev on Stage. But he was like, at the time I was watching all his podcasts, him, his wife, a couple other people. And he was just like, I just did it. Like, I didn't buy anything. I had my phone and I started recording. So I'm like, Lonie, let's just do it. We got it. Like, we got phones. They got good cameras. Let's just bust it out.
Let's do it and see how it goes.
Right. And then, like, the pandemic hit. At the beginning of the pandemic, let me tell y'all, we was living our best single mom lives. These kids, my kids, was with their daddy a lot.
Mine were too.
Yeah.
And we was
chilling.
in a relationship.
We went together for about
every day.
For like the first 4 months, we went together.
All the time.
We was kicking it every day. We was day drinking on the weekends.
On the weekends? We was day drinking during the week all the time.
We really think our best lives.
And still stressed out about work and everything else. Like,
but yeah, we was chilling. So we was like, you know what? This weekend we're gonna go ahead and record. We're gonna bust it out and stop tripping. Like, we ain't doing nothing else. We in a pandemic. We were. But, like, low key, we had time. At that point, we was like, all right, we got time. Let's go ahead and bust it out. We didn't even really have a plan at that point. It's like,
we talked about it a couple times, and, like, we wrote some stuff down.
We did.
Like,
I had my little notepad. But we really didn't even know exactly, like, when we was recording and how often. We hadn't even hashed all that out yet. We was like, let's just get this recording done and get it in here.
And we had originally said, we're going to do a podcast.
Yeah.
And here we are, face to face.
Right. Beating my face once a week. Here she go. Oh, Lord. It's some noise outside. Y'all probably can't even hear that. Anyway. So, yeah. We scared you, friend?
A little bit.
So, yeah, we did it. And we posted it. It got, like, people was feeling us. We was getting shared. Bro, we was in the zone like, oh my God. Like,
we had support.
We did. And I was
like, and thank you guys so much for the support. It's been awesome. It's been great.
It has. It feels good to, like, feel supported, but also to, like, my favorite is, like, whenever people just, like, identify with something that we talk about. And they're like, oh my God, yes, or whatever. So I love that. And that's the whole point. Right. So let's get into the why, right? So that's the background of, like, how this came to be. But, like, why was this something that we wanted to do? Friend, how about for you?
For me, I think it was just that, the relationship that we have with one another, all of the great conversations that we have, our ideas, and just like how we want to be a positive influence to other people, and just share, the real of, our experiences and, how that has shaped us.
Yeah.
Where we are and where we want to go, where we want to be. And just, like my passion for parenting or co-parenting, and different things like that. And so like when you're able to, like give that and show someone else, or, like just being real, being authentic.
That's my favorite.
And owning your shit.
Yes.
Being able to share your shit, sorry, not sorry, with other people to help them grow. Because I feel like that, I think I read something earlier today. It was a Maya Angelou quote. And like it said something about being truthful with people. Like that's the best gift that you can give them. But like I said, just being authentic and your true self. My friend here has definitely, because her being who she is has helped me grow in so many different ways. And so like, I really appreciate that. So why not? Let's pay it forward.
Yeah.
Let's help other people, be so accepting and help them grow in whatever area that they may need to grow in.
Yeah. I don't think they can hear that. The mics help. But yeah.
But yeah, like just wanting to help make the world a better place.
That's facts.
Yeah.
I think, so personally, I am a pretty transparent person. I don't mind telling my business to folks. I will have conversations with new people, and I will tell my business. I don't really. My child just went to the bathroom and whole flushed the toilet. Anyway, I'm keeping it in. Because we are whole moms out here. You feel me?
At least she's washing her hands. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Okay. So, anyway, back to what I was saying. So I feel like a lot of people, what was happening for me personally was that people would be like, wow, you're so open and blah, 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 blah. But then at the same time, I think a lot of people had this like vision of me like being this awesome mom, and like they didn't really see the struggle. And I was like, oh no, this is hard. Like, it's not all roses and rainbows.
I was gonna
say. And that was important to me to get across. It's
right.
like the real deal. I'm honestly surprised that I haven't cried on here yet. Have I? I haven't cried here yet.
No.
Okay.
Neither one of us have. But I was thinking, like, as we were talking, what we were going to discuss today, I was like, when am I going to break down and cry on camera? I don't know. Like, it's always so joyful when we get together.
Yes.
We've talked about that too, like just kind of being that safe space for one another. Yes. Being even like calming. What's the word I'm looking for? Because I think I have shared that with you before. Yeah, like when we get together, like we may meet up and we might be stressed out in the beginning, but like we just sit down and talk to each other, and then it's just like
it feels better.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's just having somebody to process things with. But like I think for me, like that was a huge piece of it too, is us wanting to, like us creating this space where we could literally come and be like, these fucking kids, man. And like not feeling judged for that.
Right. Absolutely. Because you can look. Y'all can say, fuck them kids.
You really
If you take care of your kids, you can say that.
It's fine.
And I'm not judging.
At all.
Because I'm going to say it. And I'm going to tell my kids, you're going to figure it out this time. That was hard for me to get to a place like that. Because, like, I'd be like, let me do it.
I got it. And, like, you just want to, like, be able to be that person that's there for them. You know what I'm saying?
I want them to feel abandoned.
Right. But they also, there's such a balance. But, yeah, so that was a huge part of it, is us trying to extend what we had with each other out to everyone else. Because there's some people that just didn't feel like, they may not feel supported in that way by their friends who are parents. But also, it's honestly, maybe it's not always, it's not like their friend is like, you're a terrible parent, right? But they just, maybe they're intimidated. Or maybe they don't feel like they can express these feelings that they're having. Like, go ahead.
Sorry.
No,
Society has told you, like, oh, you're not allowed to feel like that.
Right.
You're a horrible mom if you feel this way.
It's not okay to have those feelings.
Girl, have them all. Sir, ma'am.
We got feelings, period. We're still people, right? And then I think the second part of it, or maybe the third or fourth part, I don't know. But another part of it for me is, like, I think this has been, like, a reclamation year for me. Maybe, like starting this at the time that I did, like, this year has been kind of transformative for me. Going through the pandemic and I had, like, just decided that I was going to date. That's been a journey. But, like,
definitely.
And, like, refocusing as a person and not just a mom.
An individual.
Yeah. That has been a journey for me this last year. So I think, like, doing a whole mom has been a part of that.
Definitely.
Right?
We've had so many different conversations, so many different topics. We have been on some roller coasters here with just the different roles that we play in our own lives. And so, like you said, like, just being your individual self. Because so often we constantly have this mommy hat on. Right.
And I think even, like, in the conversations we have and the focus of what we're doing here when we come and sit down next to each other and turn the camera on, like, has kind of evolved. So it's like, yes, we are moms, right? We can only come from our perspectives.
Right.
Of, like, who we are specifically, but also, all the categories we fall in, Black, single mom, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I think using that lens to discuss other topics is also important because we are not simply mothers.
Right.
We are so many other things. But then, even in that, I feel like we try, at least with everything, to kind of swing it back around to how it affects us as parents, how it affects our kids, and how do we have certain discussions with our kids, right? Because at the end of the day, we are a whole mom. So we still have to think about, like, when certain issues arise, or even things you talked about as far as dating, like, when little things come, or even, like, pop culture subjects, when that stuff comes up and, we're talking to people at the water cooler or whatever about how we feeling, we also have to think about, this is also happening in my children's world as well.
How is this affecting the children?
Right.
How is it affecting our parenting and parenting styles? And, different things like that. Because our kids feel what we feel.
Yeah.
They're constantly watching us. They notice the different changes in us. And it's so funny because my kids will point it out. Oh, like, Mom, why are you looking like that? Like, you have this certain look on your face. Or why haven't you done this in a while? Like, they're definitely paying attention, just as much attention as we pay to them, they pay to us.
Yeah. So, yeah, I say all that to say, this is a big deal for us.
Right. Like, and my kids now are like, okay, like, they know, like, on certain days, oh, do you have to record today? Yes, I do. And they have become so very respectful of that.
That's so beautiful. My kids, too, even though this child is right here behind the camera. They know, like, oh, okay, You're recording this day. All right, fine. Yeah. We'll be out the way.
I wanted to share this also because it just made me feel so great.
What?
So my friends' kids don't mess with everybody.
They don't.
They don't mess with everybody.
They don't. They barely mess with anybody.
So the fact that they, or one, or both of them, said that they felt comfortable with me.
They do.
And I actually watched them a couple nights ago. Like, I felt honored.
That's so cute.
That these kids,
these little bougie kids, my kids will turn up their nose to you in a second.
They like me. And it's so funny because today I had a young teenager tell me, I like you. Like, I haven't had a lot of interactions with this child, but I was like, you know what? I like you too.
That's so cute.
Like, so when people accept you into their homes, you know, like into their lives and stuff like that, like, it's an honor. I feel honored. I feel blessed.
Oh,
and so it also helps you like stay. I don't want to say on your P's and Q's because progress over perfection. I'm not trying to be perfect, but definitely trying to leave a positive impact on people's lives in whatever role that I'm playing. So, thank you, friend, for these awesome kids.
Girl, thank you for helping me with these kids because, child, I needed that. All right, so what do you feel like? It's been a year. Mm-hmm. Obviously, sometimes we're more consistent than others. I think we were doing good at the beginning. We had us a little streak going, and then we fell off for a while. But then we came back. We came back strong in the new year.
We really did.
Okay.
We made it to April without
missing any.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did great. But what I wanted to ask is, what do you think has worked for us? Or what do you think has helped us in this journey? I'm going to give you, I'll answer first.
I was going to say.
What they be saying on TikTok? I'll start.
Because I think you have helped hold me accountable.
Okay. One, that we're actually friends, right? I feel like that helps. Two, I think both of our backgrounds, as far as like work and like even just like the fact that we've, you know, served parents in a work capacity and all that, and like we were not trying to be judgy, right? Like we're not here to, and that's in anything that we've like professionally and here. Like, we know how to approach a situation without judging people or being like, look, this is how I do it, and this is how you need to do it.
And preaching.
Yes. And not being preachy. I think that has helped us a lot to be able to do this in a way that makes both of us feel good about what we're putting out.
Absolutely.
I do want to work on my diction because sometimes I be watching and I be... Don't nobody ever get it twisted because I'm always gonna use my African American vernacular English. But that too, the I need to work on, and I think I talk really fast sometimes.
Okay.
So, an area for growth. I was gonna do areas for growth later, but I rolled right into it because I'm used to criticizing myself.
I roll right into my growth. And number one.
Not growth. Let's talk about something positive.
We're not talking about growth? You just talked about growth.
I know, but I like went into it after I said some positive things.
I was going to say like being more punctual.
Okay.
And two, y'all, because I was really struggling before I got on here, and I'm just sick of it. Just really accepting me, all of me. Y'all gonna get what you gonna get.
That's beautiful.
Like,
I'm with it. My friend.
Because I really be feeling some type of way about how I look on this camera sometimes. I mean, I feel like I'm cute in real life. And I mean that in the most humble way. I mean that in the most humble way possible.
She's cute on camera too. She be tripping.
She
be tripping before
I
we
be
recording. Bruh, we spend about 30 minutes moving the lights and
I be struggling.
Look at that.
And then I get to a point where I'm just like, whatever, forget it.
Finish it right here.
I don't care anymore. Yeah. You gonna get what you gonna get. Yeah. Until we get some money to get all the professional stuff, and it is what it is.
With no shadows. When you don't see no shadows in the background.
It is what it is.
We're really gonna be doing it. Okay, hold on. What was my other question? What do you feel like you've done well? Or what do you feel like, in your toolbox has assisted you in doing well? Look at this. I'm sorry, y'all.
Definitely like my everyday struggles.
That's true.
With actual parenting, with co-parenting, and then with working with the youth. So, like you said, like I feel like, that's some of the things that we bring to the table. And I don't want to say like we're professionals at it, but like we're veterans, honey.
We've been doing this.
I've been in this thing for almost 16 years now. My oldest son will be 16 in June. And wow, boy, oh boy, has it been a ride.
A journey.
A beautiful, beautiful journey. Like, I get emotional thinking about it.
Is today the day you're going to cry for?
No, I'm not going to cry. My oldest child towers over me. At 6'2" or 3, whatever he is now. But yeah, like when I get him. So what is it? Whitney Houston? So emotional.
My friend,
baby.
One thing she gonna do is sing a song about.
I'm gonna sing. But yeah.
We need to do an episode where we talk about like specifically each of ours possibly parenting journeys, like the beginning to now.
I've been a parent my whole adult life.
Yeah, I think that needs to be explored.
We can definitely do that. The whole parenting journey. Because your girl has grown.
Yes.
I feel like you said earlier, like this year, even this year with parenting, I have definitely grown. I have watched my youngest like go from a firecracker to starting to, mellow out. Watching how our interactions, change and become more playful and, more respectful. And boy, it's really been a journey, and some things change like from week to week.
Right.
Within this parenting or in co-parenting thing. Like 1 minute you think that, oh, I can chill, I can relax over here. And then it's like, nope. You got to step back into this role.
Right. I think, like, for real, honestly, even like the last 6 months, I feel like I'm finding myself in a place where I am able to enjoy more and worry less.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm feeling good. Okay.
We've learned a lot about how to like simply balance and like just relax, just breathe.
Allowing myself the space to breathe and being like, okay, everything didn't get done.
No.
It's fine.
And it's like you said, it's good to have those people in your life who will remind you to just breathe. Yes. Or maybe come and take something off of your plate and say, hey, go do this.
Because y'all know my love language is acts of service.
So, yeah.
Please. Okay, what does it mean for you? I mean, maybe we kind of touched on this a little bit. But, like, what does it mean for you to do something like this?
It means purpose. I feel like that's exactly what it means. It's a privilege, I feel, to be able to do this, to do it with my good friend, and to share it with other people. Like, like you were saying earlier, like the fact that we are so comfortable with each other and we allow each other the space to a non-judgmental space.
Yeah.
To share a safe space.
Yeah.
To share with one another. And so showing others that, you know, like it's not just something you see on TV, but that you can have this in real life. And maybe that's not where you are right now, but hopefully, you know, I feel like, you know, oftentimes when you are that person for someone else, like it comes back around to you, you know? And so when you find your person or your people, your tribe, being able to share.
Yeah. I think, like, it means a lot to be able to be real and vulnerable about something that so many people have a hard time expressing when they're having a difficult time, right? So to be able to be like, yeah, this week was rough, or whatever, and have people like comment, or I mean, obviously y'all watching, y'all know, like we don't have 50 million followers or anything, but to be able to get comments from people like, oh my gosh, yes, or like messages that are like,
right,
you know, I enjoy you guys so much and I really appreciate your perspective. I really appreciate y'all just, you know, being real or whatever. Like, that means a lot. And it makes it meaningful. Like, even though, you know, literally we're recording in my room on my phone. Like, it's not anything high tech, and we have the ability to just be able to put it on the internet.
What a privilege.
Right? But it means so much to have that opportunity there, because we are able to connect with people that we wouldn't be able to otherwise, even though, you know, it's still not a huge following, but we growing, first of all. But also, like, it just means a lot to be able to have those connections in that way.
And to get that positive feedback, you know, from people saying, you know, like, oh, I watched your show. Like, I'm so proud of you.
Right.
I really appreciate you guys saying this or doing this, talking about this subject, or, you know, maybe even giving suggestions on like, hey, can you guys do a show on this? Can you talk about that?
Right.
And so it lets us know that people are listening.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, we're starting off small. And I mean, it could get bigger and maybe not. Like, this could just, even if it only reaches a few people, I still feel like, you know, what we're doing is great.
Yeah, I feel like it's still meaningful. And I also feel like it's therapeutic for us.
It's so
therapeutic for me. If we cap out at 50 subscribers, I'm fine.
What it is. It would be like having a group.
Yeah, literally. Session. And we could just talk about
a mom group.
Imagine a mom group of 50 meeting on a consistent basis.
It starts at 50, and those people will take what they're learning and, you know, their growth and take that and spread it to 50 more.
Yes. And I think that is something that possibly comes from the work that we do. But, like, always being forward thinking and recognizing that it's not necessarily going to result in immediate change today.
Right.
Or, you know, people's lives may not be totally altered by that one conversation, but it's building over time. And the influence you have is going to impact potentially their child and then their child's child. And, like, if it affects change.
This is our gift, our offering to society. Because we think about, like, parenting and raising our own kids to be a certain way, like sending them off into the world to just be good people.
Right.
Be good to themselves and to be good to others. And so if other people are watching us and they're wanting to do the same things, like, think about the world that we're creating for our children and our grandchildren. Like, even though we look out the window and it seems horrendous.
And I think even the stuff, because I feel like a lot of the stuff that we talk about, our parenting styles are not they're definitely not the parenting styles that we were raised with, I guess. And I think it can be hard for a lot of people who are even like-minded, because not like we're necessarily changing minds. Like, we might change minds on a couple of things, but I feel like a lot of people who are coming to the table, who are finding our videos, are more like-minded than not.
Right.
But in that we are able to provide support. And just like a girl, I get it, or bro, I get it, because I think a lot of our generation who is trying to parent differently doesn't necessarily have that support from their family or older generations or whatever, because people looking at them crazy like,
and you're getting made fun of.
Yes, it's like
your parenting
style is a joke.
For being understanding and generous to your children, for listening to,
for treating your children like humans.
Exactly. And not beating the hell out of them.
Girl. But like, so I feel like if we can even make a couple people feel supported in what they're doing and feel like, okay, this can work, especially, you know, with you having older kids and like seeing those benefits. Even earlier today, I was saying something to my youngest, I can't even remember what it was, but her response was so very me. And like, okay, look, she wants this like VR thing, but she asked for a PlayStation and she wants all this stuff. And I was like, look, I know your birthday's coming up and I know you want these things. And I know you want me to do the research, but I can't do that right now. Like, if you're going to get VR, I need some virtual reality. I need to make sure that it's like good stuff. And I don't want to just buy anything. Then I got to make sure it's actually going to work with your phone. I guess it works on the phone. Or like, if I get you the PS5, first of all, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that because I'm struggling trying to get it. But like, if I get that, then maybe I need to get a VR that works with the PS5. So I'm like telling her all of the things in my brain as to why, you know, I haven't bought this thing yet, or it's going to take more time than she's thinking. And she was like, okay, look, you know what? I don't even care if you give me the VR or the PS5. Like, I'll take whatever you want to get me. But what I'm not going to let you do is disrespect me. And I was like,
how are you disrespecting her, friend? The fact that she said that so calmly and so respectfully. Did she touch you when she said that?
She like sat up very straight and was like, look.
Are you yelling at her?
My tone? I think it was my tone. And I was like, wow.
She has taught her kids how to talk to her. So now they finna teach her how to talk to them.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was just like, wow. That was amazing. One. Like, and two, I apologized. I was like, you know, that wasn't my intention. I was just trying to let you know the stress that this creates for me, because on top of all the other day-to-day stuff, now you're like telling me to research this. And I just, when I think about all the research that really is involved, it's overwhelming. But that was a moment that was like really felt full circle.
Right.
To like be like, wow.
Look at this beautiful creature that I have molded.
Advocating for herself. Yes. Like, look, I understand that this is stressful for you. And you know what? It's not even that big of a deal.
That's so beautiful.
However, don't disrespect me. Oh my God.
That is so beautiful.
It touched me. And I feel like in so many other households, it
would not have played out like that.
It would have been terrible. How dare you? What are you talking about?
Because the parent can't disrespect a child?
And it really touched me. That one, I feel like she will, if you can advocate for yourself in a setting where you know you feel like this is an authority figure or whatever, then you good.
That's great. That's beautiful.
You're going to be good. And it means a lot. So I say that to say, I think, you know, with our experiences, with us kind of getting to a point where all the work that we did on the front end is paying off. Because a lot of the stuff that we do, we don't see immediate results. It's consistency over time, right? So for our kids to be coming to an age where we're seeing those things back and we're recognizing that and we're even able to point it out, right? I think that helps us to be able to kind of be a support and like a beacon. Like, oh, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Because even when looking at you, your baby is about to be 16. Like, looking at that, I'd be like, whoo, okay, we can do this. We're getting there. Wow, this is crazy. So that's what it means to me to be able to hold this space specifically. Now, I love anybody who's subscribed or watches on any type of basis. Appreciate y'all. But Black women, even more specifically, single mothers, have a very special place in my heart.
Absolutely.
So if I'm feeling like any one of you is feeling extra, warm and fuzzy from watching us, that really touches my soul.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
It's amazing.
Enough about how we've been feeling in the past. Let's talk about the future. So,
what are we going to do? What do we have planned?
Yeah. How would you like to see us grow, friend? Or what is a goal?
For the show.
Yeah. Or even for yourself as a mom. We kind of talked about our goals in the first episode of this year, like goals for this year.
We did.
But for a whole mom, what would you like to see?
I think I really would just like to see us continue to grow and progress, to continue to make change, and get that feedback, constructive,
definitely
positive, whatever it is. To make sure that we are being consistent, and maybe even sharing a little more myself. I guess a little more like personal stuff. Sometimes I get wrapped up in, everything that we're doing. Sometimes I take pictures or videos and sometimes I don't. And sometimes I just have one little ugly one at the end of whatever we have done. And like, that's it. And so being more transparent with things like that and more vulnerable.
I think that's a good one. Like us sharing a little bit more of our personal stuff in the whole mom space.
With respect to these children, because mine are definitely funny about so much.
That's true. Mine want to be YouTube stars, so they're like, oh yeah, let's make a video, let's post it. I think in addition to that, probably like I want to meet people. I mean, I don't think we have like, I don't know. I haven't like, I don't even think you can see like who your subscribers are, right? I don't know, whatever. But what I was going to say is like trying to like do things where we can like meet up or even like doing in-person stuff. I would like to see that happen in the future. I don't know how near future, but I don't know. We're going to figure out how to do that. Okay. Like a whole mom meetup coming to you.
That would be great.
That would be fun, right? We need to do something fun.
I actually have an idea. We'll talk about it later.
Ooh. Okay. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that I would want to do is like meet people in person. Because I like meeting people. And like kicking it. And I think that would give us an opportunity to like bring more of ourselves to a specific, little exclusive type of situation.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think sharing more of ourselves, And maybe it'll start with us sharing our specific mom journeys. Coming soon to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To a street near you.
Yeah, I'm excited though.
Yeah.
A whole mom is a year old. Woot woot. We did it.
Thank y'all for sticking with us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for the support.
Yes.
For the love, for the encouragement.
We appreciate it.
It's been great.
We love this. And we hope to continue to do this on a consistent basis. Please keep in mind that we are
whole moms.
Whole moms. Whole full-time working people out here in the world. And we are single moms at that. So, yeah, we got a lot going on. But we do our best to remain consistent and keep doing this because it's therapeutic for us. One, it means a lot to us to do this. But we hope that it means a lot to you to be able to watch. And I hope glad bring a little joy to your day.
Yeah, we're glad that we could create this space and share this space with you guys. So stick with us.
Yes, thank you. All right. Any announcements or anything? We ain't got nothing going on, right?
No. We don't have any announcements.
No. We ain't got no themes this month or this coming month. We just
winging
we out here.
We winging it.
We're going to keep y'all posted. We got some things that we want to discuss, but no overarching type of situation.
And as always, if you guys have certain topics that you would like for us to discuss. That was what I wanted to say. Send us some videos. Send us some comments, some topics, whatever.
Message us.
Mother's Day is coming up.
Yes. Request whatever, please. You can send questions, whatever. So we are at A Whole Mom Show on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And that is also our Gmail at aWHOLEmomShow@gmail.com. So if you want to send us questions or message us on any platform, or tell us you want us to talk about something in particular, please, we are open to it. Because right now we just talk about whatever we want to talk about, which is going pretty well. So, but yeah, thank you. We love you. Yay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.